I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. The show. My name is Oodles, actual human podcaster, and joining me today, Rishi Sunak's neighbour and tennis buddy, it's Stig.
Tell me, Oodles, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Yes. Beautiful, mate. God, we could be singers, me and you. Also, the only man that has gone down on 40 ships and lived to tell the tale, it's Biggie.
Oi.
Ruined it.
That works in many contexts with you and your character in Scottish
It
Sheep
does.
and stuff. And a man so enigmatic he changed his legal name by deed poll to Gadget. He's here.
Yeah, never had a friend like me.
Unfortunately, having more time off than Father Christmas, Candy's not here again today. She's got the shits. How's everyone's week been?
It's been good. I haven't been dying of sweat, so I've been very happy. I hit a stupid PB at the gym this week.
Peanut butter?
Personal best.
Oh.
Time.
When I went to the gym on Tuesday, I was in a foul mood. You know, one of those days where just everything rubs you up the wrong way and you're just annoyed for no reason.
I call that
Every
a
day.
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
For me,
So-
it was a Tuesday.
So I went in there, and I'm, because I see a trainer all the time, I'm really good for not ego lifting, but I needed something. I needed a fucking good lift. So I was doing
Can
squats.
imagine.
And this normally when I do squats and I'm going for like a record, I'm trying to get close to my PB, I go up in like 20 kilograms at a time. You know, so you do a warm up on 70, then you do 90, yada yada yada. Up
I
that
don't
way.
know weights by kilograms, me.
Well, I'm not converting.
I know
it
them
to
by grams
pounds,
and pounds.
So I was in a foul mood and I was just really fucked off. And I warmed up and I did 70 kilos. And I'm like, no, that's not enough. Put more on. Put 100 on. So I put it up at 100. Did more. Not enough. Idiot like me, 140. Just jumped up by 40 kilograms. It's like, no.
What's that in stone?
Shit. That would be about 22 stone.
That's a
Something like
big lot of stones. That's a lot of stones.
And then I thought, well, 140 is my PB. Let's do more. So I put on another 10 and I got 150, which I know is 354 pounds. So you divide that by 14 for your stones.
Yeah, I know pounds. I know pounds.
Machine.
Yeah. And I went down on the squat and then my knee went, I was like, oh no, I made a mistake.
Here's the,
Oh dear.
here's the thing, Gadget.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it. This is
Oh,
why
I
I
know.
can't. This is why I can't currently go to the gym, because I thought, because I was going bigger and bigger with my weights. It's like, yeah, I can lift these. I can dumbbell this. I was like, did a personal best on the dumbbells up to like, I think I was like 26, and I was like, I'll do 28 in each arm, and then now my arm is fucked, and it has been for
Same.
about
Am
2
I right,
months.
Biggie? Same.
For about 2 months.
I learned a strong lesson with that. I
same.
mean, he's better now,
Yeah.
but Jesus Christ, in that moment, I managed 3 reps of it and then I struggled to put it back on the rack. That is my lesson, not to ego lift, not to like be just fucking angry and try to do something for the sake of it without preparing properly. Fuck me. I did it though. So it's a kind of
The
a
best fun
double-edged
is
sword.
safe fun.
Yeah, warm up and warm down as well. I don't do enough of that.
Yeah, I'm getting better for that. I now do stretches. That's a thing. I look
Yeah,
like
Do that anyway.
I look like a right prat being, you know, like just rotund in the middle and stretching out in yoga poses in the middle of the gym.
Why don't you come to yoga with
Looks
me?
so.
Because you live a fucking 2 hours away from me, man. I'm not driving all the way down there for yoga. I'll be pissed off by the time I get back.
Yeah, but you should see the views.
Yeah,
And
no,
sensational. Sensational,
What, of
mate.
Wakefield?
you'd be zen as fuck.
Yeah. Be zen.
Oh yeah, just stretching there. Look at there. There's the factory over there. There's the 2 chippies down there.
4 chippies, actually.
Yeah, but the only two that count, the ones that are in a wall.
And you can come to Wakey Wines, the best shop in the world.
Wakey
Are they all
Wines.
around the gym as well, these chippies?
Yeah, they're above it. There is actually a gym near me that's above a kebab house.
Oh, actually, we
It's
had one
like-
in town like
It's
that.
just,
Yeah.
it's just a private gym. It's like it's not a company, mate. It's just a gym. You can see them like through a window, and then you look downstairs. It's just
With
fat
kebabs.
piss heads eating kebabs.
That would be not good for
just
me.
Do a good workout, right, lads? Need protein. 2 kebabs, mate.
I can't imagine kebabs having much protein in it. To be fair,
It ain't just that though.
I reached my
It's
personal best and went for a mix.
It's coming out after having a workout, and you're hungry as fuck. And if you smell the chip shop and you can smell the garlic sauce and you can smell the pizzas, and it's like
because you've destroyed all those calories that you had, and you're starving again.
You just like float into it, like like a cartoon where they follow the smell.
It's like that dangerous shopping trip you go. You need to pick up dinner, but you're already hungry.
Yeah,
You should never do that.
No.
That's a fact.
You come out
You
for
should
getting
go
dinner, but having
shopping.
bought like 5 bags of wagon wheels.
Great fact for any listener. Go shopping if you've got the time after your Sunday lunch, after your Sunday roast. That's when you're the most fullest.
no, but they're
There'll-
always. You
there'll
have
be
to
no
at
waste.
lunchtime, aren't they? 'Cause they shut up for.
So yeah, there is that in there. Yeah, and sometimes a Sunday roast is better on an evening, innit?
Yeah, it's like if you eat at lunchtime, like going shopping, that's prime napping time.
All right then, Friday after chippy tea. There you go.
Problem
That's-
where
that's
I
a
live
tip for
is
you.
right next to Tesco is 2 pizza shops. So and the parent and child like parking is right outside them.
It's how they get you, mate. It's
You walk out, you're
stunning
just
work of modern art.
Yeah, especially on a Friday, it's just like no, get back in the car, kids, in the car, go.
Smell the handles, Daddy. Smell the handles. Oh no! You've fallen into the pizza place. Oh, good. How's your week been, Biggie? You been quiet, pal?
Just working, really. But I've been
Excellent.
playing a
Right,
bit
let's
of
move.
Divinity. Been playing a bit of Divinity Original Sin. Got
Got
back
me
into that. Trying to finish that off at the minute, but because I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm kind of really enjoying Divinity Original Sin at the minute.
Why not?
So I'm kind of stuck between
Mental,
both
but
at the
why
minute.
not?
I know.
Absolutely mental, but why not?
Well, I was really enjoying it, and then Baldur's Gate came out. I was like, fuck. And
Yeah, it's
started
like,
that, and
I want to
was
play
like,
the new Halo
I wanna go back to the other
Infinite, but I'm
I'm going to
still
play
playing
Halo Combat
1.
Evolved.
Yeah.
I want to play Halo
I
Infinite,
finished
but I'm going to
that.
play Marathon instead.
I mean, to be fair, Marathon's better than Halo Infinite.
Of course it is. It doesn't take much. Cool. Last week, Biggie, we missed you. We got the news, but it wasn't as hard hitting. It wasn't as sensual or as sexual as
Fuck you.
Biggie's breaking news.
I noticed that Stiggy had a bloody backing track for his, might I add.
Well,
Yes.
give me something worthy of
I
a backing
heard
track
that.
and I'll do it again.
Did I have a backing track? See, I don't listen
I
back.
did.
'cause-
I sent it to you.
I know,
For
but
my
I was
rap for the
but
live show.
I was really ill that week, so I didn't have the time.
I'm going to go listen.
miss
to
Candy,
that.
mate.
Okay.
Where's Candy
Best
when you need her?
friends.
She'd stop you
I
off
know,
from
I get it.
fighting.
Well, give
Come on.
us something worthy of a backing track now, and I'll stick a backing track under you.
This is
You're
your
so gonna be
spotlight.
disappointed.
This is you, mate. This is all you. This could be the start of your career. This little section right now. Not trying to put any pressure on you. Please deliver.
Biggie's breaking news.
They say we're young, but we don't know.
He's fucked it.
We won't find out until we grow. Well, I don't know if all that's true, because you got Biggie and baby, I got news. Babe, I got news, babe. I got news, babe.
I got news. Stunning. I want you on my team. You'll remind me of a young me.
I will
Thank you.
find a trip hop backing track for that.
No, I don't want that. I want one for my rap. But anyway, gaming. Well, where do we
Nothing's
start?
happened in the gaming universe.
Nothing
this week.
at all, apart from Unity introducing a new fee attached to game installs. I've got a massive list here of what's been happening, but Gadget has kindly offered to summarise it for us.
Yeah.
Abridged.
So I've been following this really interestedly because one, I was about to start learning how to use Unity, and I'm clearly not going to do that now. So,
and two, it's great content for his TikTok.
It's great content for the TikTok because it's a rant-worthy thing. So what Unity are putting in, they're calling it a, quote, runtime fee. And at the minute you pay for Unity where if you make so much revenue through your game, I think it's when you've made over $1 million worth of revenue, then you pay them a license fee. Although up to that point, it's free for you. So if you make a game in Unity and it doesn't sell, you don't owe them anything.
I'd stop selling it as it made £999,999. I'm like, done. Shut it off.
In January, they're charging this Unity runtime fee that's based on the number of users installing games, not the revenue, not from the revenue made from the game, the amount of people installing it.
Can you explain this for a thicko like me? Does that mean if I uninstalled it and reinstalled it and uninstalled it and reinstalled it and uninstalled it and reinstalled it, would they be getting charged?
It's a first install. So
that's okay, right?
So you buy, say, a Hollow Knight on the PlayStation Store and you install it. Team Cherry would have to pay, I think, for the first kind of $1 million or so, it's like 20 cents, and then after that it goes down to like 2 cents or something like that. It depends on the tier you're on. It does add up, especially for popular games. The thing is, a lot of indie games are made in Unity, and a lot of indie games don't make actually that much money.
No, that's why they're always on sale or they're always on Game Passes.
But they're usually like really small teams as well, so they'll sell enough to pay for like 3 to 5 people and make their next game. But they don't have, a really.
And that's not even a mega wage either, is it? Just enough,
to get by. Yeah. So the way it works is Unity Personal and Plus developers will pay a flat fee of 20 cents per install. Pro and Enterprise users will pay a smaller per install fee that scales downwards with the number of installations. Pro user fees begin at 15 cents and then scale down to as low as 2 cents. So, it's expensive. The fees will also vary depending on what region a game is being installed in. So, I also like this one as this is just an offensive title. Unity has set an emerging market monthly rate for developers monetizing in countries like India. So you sell a load of games in India and you'll pay less, apparently. And developers of free-to-play games will have the option to offset this fee by adopting other Unity services, such as its level play ad mediation service. So basically, if you're a free-to-play game, you might not have to pay this fee as long as you use Unity's way of doing adverts. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. They also said demos mostly won't trigger fees.
Mostly? What does that mean?
Exactly.
They mostly come at night. Mostly. I've heard that before.
And my second favourite part about this story, and I'll get to my favourite one in a bit, devs aren't on the hook for Game Pass or subscription-based installs.
Fuck.
Because they're going to charge Microsoft and Sony and
Valve with that.
I'm sure they'll go, yeah, sure. Yeah, no worries, guys. We love that. Of course. Yeah. Or why not fuck up two of the biggest game companies on the planet and they're just going to go, no.
I'm fairly sure Microsoft have more lawyers than Unity have ever had.
I think they've got all the lawyers.
All the lawyers.
I think my solicitor works for Microsoft as well. Everyone does.
So basically this story hit, and then across Reddit and Twitter and all that kind of thing, like people were just then finding stuff out. So for instance, Unity software president Toma Barziv, he sold 37,500 shares of Unity the week before this happened.
Eugene Acker's waving.
Yeah, little bit of insider trading there.
They're doing that Spider-Man point at each other.
Yes.
You're doing it too. Oh dear.
And yeah, more has come out. And then Unity themselves did a really, really badly received AMA on Reddit. And I'm not going to go down all the responses on it because it was just absolutely ridiculous. But
Why would they do that?
It's yeah. One developer, Gary Newman, asked them.
Gary Newman?
Not that Gary Newman.
Oh, shame.
He asked them, how do you differentiate between a purchased copy and a pirate copy of a game? Because all it's checking is the install. It's not like liaising with the marketplace to actually say that this is a bought game. And their response was simply, "We are happy to work with any developer who has been the victim of piracy so that they are not unfairly hurt by unwanted installs," which means they're not fucking doing anything about it. You have to contact Unity. They're also reviewing these prices on an annual basis, so they will go up. They just will. So yeah, it's been shit. As a result, there's a load of devs have obviously come out about this. Cult of the Lamb developer Massive Monster teased that it might delete its roguelike on the January the 1st, following Unity's plan.
Don't worry, I downloaded that game.
Megacrit, who make Slay the Spire, they wrote, despite the immense amount of time and effort our team has already poured into the development on a new title, we will be migrating to a new engine unless the changes are completely reverted. And they signed off with, "We have never made a public statement before. That is how badly you fucked up."
They put the F-bomb there.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And it's also worth remembering that Unity CEO John Riccitello,
King Midas.
used to be the head of EA. And he was in charge in around 2009, when they, started killing off game developers and putting loot boxes into fucking everything. And he even posited an idea that some people took as a joke, but actually turned out he was actually serious about it, of the idea of like you could get faster reloads in Battlefield by paying $1 every time you wanted to reload.
Biggie's going to be skint.
No one would ever
That would
play
have
the
been so
game.
broke.
Imagine
So
that.
broke.
Imagine trying to put that $1 for every year. Like, you unload fucking clip after clip after clip in those games.
Yeah. And
War costs money, guys. Realistic.
War never changes.
Never
And the
changes.
last part of it, so that CEO was due to have a town hall meeting with employees that got cancelled after the company received what was described as a credible death threat. And then he went onto the internet and started blaming the gamers for it. Turns out the call came from inside the building. The threat was actually from a Unity developer in Unity.
Oh, dear.
Don't make
Canteen worker,
friends.
probably.
So, yeah, Unity have kind of set fire to everything, and it's been really
Are
funny.
they baddies now, then?
They're very much baddies. Not the people who work on Unity, like the people who make the engine, like, don't make it think that the devs are the problem here.
I know,
It's the
I know,
board.
I know.
It's the
It's
fucking,
Lord Bacchus that runs the fucking
Yeah.
thing, isn't it? The fucking god of gluttony.
It's the fucking Scrooge McDuck right
fucker.
at the top. All the CEOs.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Beat him
horrific,
off the
though.
fucking top, like,
But, I mean,
sat on his throne.
the thing is as well, this is going to be affected retroactively as well. So existing Unity games are going to be charged this. So, like, whenever Silksong comes out, that'll have a load of charges on it. But also Hollow Knight will, because people will go back and download the original game. They also haven't said
That's
whether it's a
messed up.
case of like I said before, it was like, we own a load of Unity games. If we install them after the 1st of January next year, and we haven't had them installed for a while, is that first install going to count and be charged? So
Yeah, but knowing them, yes.
probably, yeah. So it's shit.
That's
Everything's
bollocks.
on fire.
I tell you what, right? I told you before, I'll tell you again, capitalism's wrong. We've got it wrong. Start again. Start again. Anarchism's the only way we could get through this. Come on.
Yeah.
Down with it all. Pitchforks ready, guys. Come on, let's go take it to Lord Bacchus himself. Fucking animals, man. Absolute animals preying on the weak. Fucking dick.
Yep.
Let's. I'm sure it's going to be a story that's going to be.
This one's going to rattle
evolving.
on for a while.
Yeah, they're going to backtrack to fuck. They're going to give it for free for fucking 3 years or something like that. We got it again. We got it again. They're going to change the logo. Yay! Fuck them.
Damage is
Damage
done,
is
though,
done. This-
because no one's
Same
going
with
to
like same with like
trust
D&D
them.
creators. No one
Yeah.
trusts them anymore, do they?
Yeah. Also, in a very funny term, if you Google Unity, the first promoted post that comes up is try Unreal Engine.
Nice. Yes, man.
Strike while
Fuck 'em.
the iron's hot. And I think Humble Bundle put a bundle out the other day of a load of like how-to books for Godot, which is another like open source engine.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that other people are rallying around the non-horrendous companies. But then again, which company's going to be next because a lot of them are starting to become evil, aren't they?
Well,
I think it's when they get new rulers, they just become monsters.
Look at where various board members from EA have gone over the years. It'll be those next.
Because EA's like almost goodies now. They're nice folk again. They're trying new things. No, but they are. They're trying new things. They're being broader with. They're being honest as well. And it's like you see it all the fucking time. It's disgusting. And it's always new leaders, isn't it? It's always this. Get someone new in.
Are EA the good guys, or is it just that everyone else is fucking up so much that they look like the good guys?
I mean, there's every potential for it.
It's sad, isn't it? I mean, it's the same happening in every industry, isn't it? Fucking retail, fucking film, television. It's all gone to shit this year, hasn't it? In the background shit's all gone to shit, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's just absolute clusterfuck of bad decisions.
Greed.
I'm telling you what, these companies need to not have social media. That's number one.
They certainly
Get rid of that.
They certainly need to not do AMAs on Reddit when they release some controversial.
Imagine that. Like, imagine Prince Andrew saying, I'm going to do an AMA on Reddit after all that's gone off. Good luck, Prince Andrew.
That's what he did on the BBC, isn't it?
Yeah, but still, it's terrible. Oh, God. Hide. Go to the moon. Go fuck off. That's fucking awful. Anyway, next. Making me sick. More on this next week, I'm sure.
Well, speaking of capitalism, Xbox have now announced a MasterCard. A new way to earn more value for gaming.
Talking.
Get your Xbox debt. Get your Xbox debt.
It's available exclusively to Xbox insiders, only in the States at the moment. With the MasterCard, players can earn points for every dollar spent on purchasing, including 5 times card points on eligible products at the Microsoft Store, streaming services, 3 times card points on eligible streaming services like Netflix and Disney, dine-in delivery services, 3 times on all the stuff like Grubhub and
Keeping
DoorDash.
people fatting in the house. That's what it is.
Yeah, everyday purchases as well.
I'll tell you who'd be well interested in this. The big boys.
The big boys, indeed. The big boys would love this. They would love this. Like, yeah, more points! More debt!
I do like the choose one of 5 iconic designs for their card with the option of personalizing it with their gamer tag.
No, I'd rather die.
Purchase anything else, motherfucker 454.
It proper baffles me, this stuff, because I've been playing quite a lot of Game Pass stuff this week, just streaming, and face value, they're such a really good consumer friendly company. Then something like this comes up, and then I'm telling you what's going to happen. There's going to be people in 10 years' time saying, "Oh yeah, I remember getting one of them Xbox cards, and I set up my Game Pass, and I've had Game Pass free for the last 10 years, and this bailiff's knocking on the door asking me for my money, and I don't know where it's from." It's like, do you remember that purchase you made? It's been renewing every fucking month. Bad news. Don't mix it.
If it's like 24, if it's 24 months interest free, then might as well.
He's thinking about it.
Might as well earn some points. If I'm spending on a credit card anyway, I might as well earn some points.
Mate, you stop using Bing after a week.
I've never used it. I should do, really.
I mean, the indicative interest rates that they've put on the website, anywhere from 20% to 31.9%.
But it's in the States, isn't it? They always get fucked up with that shit.
I have a 2% APR card. Do you know what I mean? 2%. And I've had it for fucking 5 years. 2%. And it's still crippling.
Man's zero. Just change to a zero every 2 years.
Tot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, but I'm not smart enough. I get hoodwinked into things. Oh God, I hope Sony don't bring one out. I'll be first to buy one. Next.
Be too big for your wallet.
They already do it in the States.
They would. I'm not doing it, mate. I'm not buying gamer cards. I don't even buy gift cards, to put points on, because I don't know. I just rather just do the PayPal thing. I don't know. Just kind of guy I am. Next.
Death Stranding, the director's cut, was announced for the iPhone, as it's revealed in the introducing iPhone 15 Pro video and scheduled to be released at the end of this year.
Why?
That's pretty cool. They got that running on a phone.
Why would you want to play Death Stranding on your phone, though? It's a massive game, and you don't want to just
follow
sit
up to
there
this.
playing like that.
Yeah, you do. That's what I've been doing all week.
Yeah, but you're broken inside.
Have you not seen the
Yeah, I
Resident
am.
Evil 4 fucking like layout on a
Yeah.
phone?
Yeah.
Half the
Yes, but
screen's
you can
taken up
use a
with
pad.
controllers.
You can use a pad or a backbone and stuff. Anyway, have you heard the follow-up to this where it was all a big like 10-minute section in the Apple event about having the best games. Google have announced that these games are coming to Android as well. It's like we just didn't have an event for it because we've already got loads of games. You know what I mean? It's, oh dear.
Just quickly,
Things are getting better. It's nothing to do with it
Yeah.
being on Apple.
just quickly on it as well, because I noticed Biggie didn't put it in the news. 'Cause I don't think anyone put a news story in about it. The iPhone 15 looks shite.
It's boring, mate. It's
It's the same
very
as it's
inconsequential upgrade.
you get a new charging port. That's kind of it. It's functionally the same as the 14.
Do you know, is a little bit of an insider fact for you because I work in the mobile industry. The day after that direct that they had, the Wonderlust, it was called, we knocked our lightning port chargers down by about 90% because no one's going to buy lightning cables anymore.
No, they're not.
The wastage is going
format.
to be huge. The wastage is going to be massive.
It is.
Oh, it's
I imagine.
ridiculous. But they haven't done it by they haven't done it by choice. It's law. Law's
Yeah.
made them do this.
No. It's fair
You
enough.
can't
but
blame
it's-
Apple for that.
No, but it's the headline feature is we've got a new charging port.
Yeah, it's really fast. Yeah, we've had this for 5 years.
9 years. nine years since the start
9
coming
years,
on
yeah.
phones.
Yeah, I got my first USB-C on S7. We're at S7 or S8.
Something like that.
Yeah, now we're like, whoa, this is rapid and I can't get it in wrong. I'm not putting it in the wrong way. It's great. But yeah, no one wants to talk about phone shit. Boring.
No.
Everyone will buy an iPhone 15 regardless. Muppets. Next.
Embracer, that was hitting headlines for their restructuring, is reportedly considering selling Borderlands developer Gearbox. The base case is that Gearbox remains as part of Embracer. Gearbox Chief Communications Officer Dan Hewitt told staff in an email seen by Bloomberg. However, there are options under consideration, including Gearbox's transfer, taking in Gearbox Independent and others. Ultimately, we'll move ahead with whichever path is best for Gearbox and Embracer. Nothing has been
I don't
decided yet.
I don't think I've played a Gearbox game. Is it just Borderlands that do?
No,
No, they do loads of stuff. They do publishing as well. But
yeah.
All right. Are they
they're well known
genuinely
for
big then?
Borderlands.
Yeah, they're big. And, you know, the head of the studio, Randy Pitchford, is the greasiest
Oh, it's him,
motherfucker
innit?
in the world. Oh, yeah. The guy,
Yeah.
the guy that does fucking magic at corporate
Randy
meetings.
Pitchfork.
Yeah. And was left a USB stick with things he shouldn't have left at medieval times.
His cock.
No, worse.
Worse than his cock. Nothing worse than Randy Pitchfork's cock. Telling you now. Oh dear. Let's not get into that.
Mm.
As the only Gearbox massive fan, Biggie, what do you think of this?
I'm a Borderlands fan, so I was a bit disappointed in 3. It's all right. It's fun to play, but it wasn't the standard of Borderlands 2. But yeah, I hope they continue to make good games. It's just, was going to Embracer going to solve any problems originally?
Nah, that'll be the next
No.
volition. Bye.
And yeah, see what happens to them next. Really, be sad to see, but yeah.
I tell you what, if I were these workers that work for these companies that are like under the Embracer umbrella, I'd be like sending my CV every fucking where, mate.
I assume they're doing that.
I'd be like, EA, will you have me? Ubisoft, will you have me? Anyone fucking have me? Maybe not Square Enix, because God knows how they're going to pay me wages. They're skint. But yeah, I'd be firing it off everywhere, me. Be such a slut for jobs. Next.
Ubisoft's X-Defiant fails PlayStation and Xbox certification. Now, this does happen a lot with all sorts of games. It's weird that it was actually announced. So I don't know if that's a reflection of the forthcoming free-to-play shooter or not. But in a surprisingly open blog post to the
I
community,
don't know what it fucking is.
executive producer Mark Rubin shared more details around the pre-release process. He reveals submission process for platform holders is not based on the game's quality, rather it's about looking for compliance bugs. I just thought it was a weird announcement for a game that apparently had a good beta, but
If you recall,
Why
though,
announce
things
this?
have been cancelled for ESRB ratings and stuff like Bully. It had to change its title to be released. They wouldn't give it a rating, would they, at all?
Yeah, so it became Canis Canemerit.
Yeah, they had to do it. They were just like, you're not bringing that game out unless you call it this.
Well, there's
other reasons for a lot of stuff as well, like cutting stuff out and that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But this one's all about how we like interacted with specific console requirements, like doing trophies or like the way it did matchmaking and stuff like that.
Oh, right. So it's a bit more.
So it looks like what they've probably done is built it with PC in mind, and then done a hash job of getting it on the consoles.
Yes. So they're going, it's not coming on here, mate.
Yeah,
It looks
they've got to fix
generic
it.
as fuck.
Oh, it looks boring as all shit.
What's it called again?
X-Defiant.
With an X.
X-Defiant.
With an X. So X.
Oh, God, that sounds like the worst, like the opposite to what games I play.
It sounds like the most 2000 name ever. Like,
It's the name of everybody that uses Twitter.
Yeah, it's a free to play team-based multiplayer shooter.
The antithesis of what I play. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you get arena modes and progression modes in it, and apparently it has maps according to the website. X-Defiant features
no fucking way.
diverse locations from popular Ubisoft worlds alongside original. Oh yeah, this is the one where it's kind of like it's fucking merging a lot of the games together. So like, one of your teams is called
Unlock
DedSec.
the Sam Fisher. Unlock the Sam Fisher skin.
Yeah. You get Echelon or a faction in the game, so they've got the 3 little headlight things on.
Why didn't it just make a Splinter Cell? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Then you've got the Libertad faction, which is Far Cry, the Phantoms, which are Ghost Recon, the Cleaners, which I think are supposed to that's that zombie
Division.
offshoot.
That's Division.
That's Division, yeah.
Division Cleaners.
And then DedSec, which is Watch Dogs. Yeah,
Just make Splinter Cell, innit?
just make Splinter Cell. That's all you need to do.
Single player.
Because people want that. We
Super
don't need
easy, barely an
another
inconvenience.
free-to-play online shooter. You know, there's
I'd
plenty
even
out
take a
there.
Splinter Cell that was split up in levels still. I don't need open world Splinter Cell. I don't need none of that.
No.
I just want Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell. It's
I
not
don't,
hard.
I don't like Ubisoft. Just looking at their games now.
I don't want Sam Fisher climbing up a fucking pole to unlock the map. I'm not having it.
The only game
I'm
I've
not
liked
having
from
it.
them in the last several years is Trackmania.
Trackmania is really good, though. It's really good.
I think Rayman Legends was the last Ubisoft game I bought.
Oh, Rayman's all right. Rayman's decent.
I like Ash Creed. I do, but they're very generic nowadays. They're not. Odyssey were my last really good one, and that's too big. That game's too big. Next.
I just like the Division. Tell you what does sound good. The new update for Cyberpunk 2077.
No, it doesn't sound good. It sounds generic and boring.
I'm only throwing this in here because according to Push Square, there's one site that's tried it already. The update is an outstanding, game-changing overhaul. They cover lots of stuff that they feel is improved, and certain things have been fixed, and they're basically
made the
saying
world
it's probably they're saying it's probably the best that it should have been when it released at the end of the day. But
3 years ago,
that new
whatever it was.
update with
3 years,
the
just
Phantom Liberty DLC that's coming out soon. Yeah, it sounds like maybe they fixed it.
For me, it wasn't even the gameplay that was the problem or anything like that. It was the dull world. And the fact that every time you got in a car or a bike, phone calls.
Oh, that
phone
pissed
calls,
me off.
phone calls. Do
Yeah.
you want to do a
There's a lot
fetch
when
quest?
you
Do you
go
want to
to
do a
new
fetch
area.
quest? That is not what The Witcher did. That is not what The Witcher did at all.
Oh, he didn't have a
It's
pager,
ridiculous.
that's why.
Yeah, that's probably why. He didn't charge his phone, did it? Yeah, I just thought it was really, really dated in its structure. Again, not its gameplay. Its gameplay's in the moment to moment. Its gameplay were good.
I'll give it a try when 2.0 drops. I'm not committing to buying like Phantom Liberty.
Is it free? Because I still own.
Yeah,
I still own
it's-
Cyberpunk.
The update is free.
Yeah, the 2.0
Yeah.
update is free. The DLC isn't.
Okay.
It's because of the
I'll
DLC
give it a go.
is bringing all these changes, so they're making the main game up to scratch with that, and then you can buy the DLC if you want it.
I think me and Gadget both said the same thing. We liked it. The story bits at the beginning when you're going with Jackie and you're going in the tower and stuff, and then
Yeah, that's
the
just
game.
great.
The game got shit as soon as Keanu Reeves turned up, and it wasn't even Keanu Reeves' fault for once. It just got shit when it opened up.
The game has a great momentum at the beginning when you're being kind of guided through everything, and then
Yeah.
as soon as you're kind of put in the world and says, "Right, do whatever you need to do," the
It's shit.
momentum just grinds to a halt because there's nothing pushing you forward.
Nothing there apart from your phone constantly fucking ringing. Oh, if they can change that, if they can structure it better, Yeah, I saw that game to its conclusion, and even the story. I mean, I know you can get different story and different endings, but even the conclusion was fucking shite. I know I'm one of them outliers because a lot of people really like that game, but I think hype's a lot that plays into that one.
I'll go back to it once the updates drop.
I'll probably try it again on PC actually. Rather
Well,
than
I can't
console.
fucking get rid of this copy anyway, so I may as well, play it.
I probably
Let's do a
will.
competition for it.
Better games to play.
Well, I could. There's way better games to play.
Fuck it. I'm done. We're done with it.
Done with it. It didn't work, did it, Stig? It didn't work for you. Done.
Played
Stig's
the
only got.
opening.
Yeah, everyone gets one. Everyone gets an attempt with Stig. He's such a classy bird. They always get one. And if they don't pass his test, he's fucking get away. Get away.
Too many other games out there to bother going back to playing a game that took them 3 years to get
That didn't work.
decent. Yeah, fuck that.
I know, man. I know. Maybe one of them when the inevitable game strike happens and we've got no games to play. Maybe it can fit in that little slot there.
That will never be an issue for me. I still have
Not for
games
you, but for me
like
it will.
years to play. I still got The Witcher 3 on my PS5. Haven't started it yet.
Get on
I've
it.
had it for like a
Oh,
year.
don't waste your fucking time with Cyberpunk. Play the actual good game that they did. Oh, fuck that, man.
I was meant to
Next.
review that when it came out. Whoops.
Whoops. I think they've got bigger problems at the moment.
Speaking of other games, Starfield's pronoun removal mod has been banned by Nexus Mods. They've banned the Starfield mod that permitted players to remove pronoun options from the game. Nexus says that whilst the mod's removal was not a political statement or an alignment to one side or the other in the culture war, it reserved the right not to host the mod on its platform. Well done.
If you created or use this mod, you're a bigot and you don't belong in my space. Go away. That's what I can say on that. Don't want you near me.
I want to get a soundboard with that really, really loud mank guy going fucking pronouns.
Yeah, I don't want. If anyone's listening to this and fall into that category that I've just got, I don't want you listening to this anymore. I want you away. I'm not asked with this anymore, mate. I just can't be asked. Fuck off.
At least I got 7,500 views on my TikTok
You
with
did.
that guy.
Well done.
It's pretty
You
good for
did,
me.
mate. Fantastic bit of content there, and we love content, but not from bigots. Go away.
Yeah,
Next.
fuck that guy.
Who?
He's gone. Oh, he's had to leave. He's had to leave. he's one of them. He was doing a bit. He did a bit. Yes.
So Sony had its state of play this week. I'm not going to go through the whole list. Was there anything that stood out for you guys? I take it you either know about
Final
it
Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I'm not even
Final-
looking.
Yeah, looks good.
The Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer, great. And I love that they've got Matt Mercer playing Vincent.
I do. I think it's perfect. His voice fits perfectly for it. And it's longer than I thought they were going to go in the timeline. So it's already exceeded my expectation. I saw the weapons in there.
Yeah.
Which is like
the doing
disc
the Emerald and Ruby
to
weapons.
end.
Yeah, it
So
is. Yeah, they appear
How
right
far
in
are we
the
going? How far are we going?
It's on 2 discs.
I have a feeling it's probably going to head to the point where you return to Midgar.
Yes, and then they're going to have all Wu Tai as well on the third game, aren't they, and all that. Yeah, and space. You're going to have space on the third game. Spoiler alert.
I was interested by the Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC because I didn't expect them to make new content for the game.
It's out this week when you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, but tomorrow if you listen to this on the way it came out.
Yep.
Spider-Man 2 trailer, it looked good, but as soon as they said, the open world is twice as big as the last game, I'm like, no, I'm out. I can't
I didn't like
do
that
it.
either. I didn't like that because I thought Manhattan was big enough anyway.
Yeah, but you can't play the same map. That'd be boring.
No. I get that, but like when they showed the map and then they showed you like all like the fucking objective icons in his vision, it was just like
It didn't look good, did it?
no.
Ding, 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 ding. They all just popped up, didn't they?
I just had this sudden rush of anxiety. I'm sure it's going to be a great game, but I think it's really cool. My expectations. I'll probably wait for it to be cheaper. I'm not going to get it on launch.
Because the traversal is so fucking fun in that game. It don't really matter. Just do it. I kind of like doing the collectibles because it was so fun. And this time you've got that hot swapping.
Yeah.
So if Miles is in Queens and Peter's in, I don't know, fucking Greenwich Village, fucking just hot swap in it.
No, I get that. I mean, that stuff's good. The other stuff on it as well, like Helldivers 2, that last trailer didn't make it look good. It kind of looked a bit boring.
The first trailer did though,
that.
didn't it?
Yeah, but
the
this
first
new
trailer
one
looks great.
kind of generic.
Yeah, looks like a phone game.
And then the rest of it was shite. I still can't believe they're pushing on with fucking foam stars. The fuck.
They want the Splatoon killer, don't they?
They do want the Splatoon killer, but no one's going to fucking play it. It's
Have you
going
heard
to be
rumours about this? It's free to play.
No, yeah, it's not rumors. It is. They said it's
Oh,
free
it's
to
not
play.
rumours?
No, but
To me, that makes it less quality.
it's just going to be like Knockout City, which was a fun game that died a death because no one played it.
Yeah, Knockout City did play well, though.
They did have a story trailer for your game of the year, Oodles, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Fucking fuck off. When Stig said instead of towers, they're going to be climbing trees to unlock the map. It's funny. It's going to be shite. But then again, people really fucking love Avatar, don't they? They really do.
Because
Like
people are
1
idiots.
billion people love it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand. Like, my mates have already, have you seen an Avatar game? I'm like, yes. And I'm not getting it. Oh, no.
That shite looks shite.
It does.
Graphics wise looks fine, but fuck it, be wank.
Yeah.
I had a Nintendo Direct as well, didn't we?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we did. Yeah.
Which had the Tomb Raider trilogy announcement on it.
Yes.
I think
interested in that.
the little up-resed graphics look great.
They do.
They haven't gone too far with it. It still looks like it did, but
But
she's
it
not
still
got triangle
controls
boobs
like
anymore.
ours.
Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah.
problem. Does it control it?
I liked how it controlled because it felt like a puzzle game.
Yeah, but
No,
she doesn't
but
have,
no, but
she
do
doesn't
you
have
not
square
remember-
boobies anymore.
Do you not remember fucking
No.
spending hours lining up those ultra precise jumps?
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
about it, though.
A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the
It
left.
was almost
Jump, and she dies.
Minecrafty because every bit was a block, wasn't it, of certain amount of spaces.
Yeah, it was basically
I
a
thought it was quite-
grid-based game.
Yeah, good bit. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued about this. Is it coming out for everything that as well, not just Switch?
Oh, I don't know. That's just an
Can't imagine
Or
it
there
just being
wasn't-
Switch.
There wasn't really a lot of showstoppers, though, was there? They had, it's basically Luigi's Mansion 2 upscale, Paper Mario
Yeah.
1000 Year Door. I'd be interested in playing that, actually.
Thousand
Bit
Years
more
Door's
Super
really good.
Mario
GameCube
RPG,
classic.
Dave the Diver's coming to Switch, Among
What's
Us.
Dave the Diver?
Sorry, Tomb Raider's coming out for
The
everything.
indie game. Actually,
Yes.
I'm surprised you haven't played that.
Yeah, it
Dave
looks
the
really good
Diver.
from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's like everyone's been
I like
raving.
fishing games.
Everyone's been raving about it.
Is it a fishing game?
It is. It's yeah. So it's like fishing game meets kind of restaurant sim. It's like
Where the fuck's this been? I need this.
take Dredge and take the horror out of it.
Shut up. I need this.
You play as a fat guy with a goatee diving under the water.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Very
come to
cute
Switch.
art
There you
style.
go. You can get it when it comes to Switch.
I'm gonna, mate.
Very-
Dave the Diver. Let me write that down.
But yeah. Oh, and obviously we got F-Zero.
Well,
F-Zero
Thoughts?
99.
apparently it's really good fun.
I had a go of it today. I can
I'm sure it's good fun. I'm sure it's
But
good
it's
fun.
not F-Zero.
But this is basically like, yeah, what they did for. If you've been waiting for F-Zero, this is what it's like when they said, "Oh, there's a new Mario Kart coming," but it's just a booster course pack. Like, fuck off.
Or the more
I think
Mario Kart.
you need to really get off this Stig, this Mario Kart thing, because
No.
9 ain't coming out until the
It's
next.
never
console.
gonna
Oh
happen.
no,
No,
it's not
never
coming out.
gonna
I know
happen.
it's not coming out till the next
They're
one. But
done with Mario Kart.
Yeah,
No.
they've cancelled it.
it doesn't make sense.
Every Mario game from now on is going to be Mario Football instead.
Everyone always
Or
says,
Mario Golf.
"Oh, like
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 still sells bucket loads. That's why they won't release a 9." It's like that's because there is no fucking other option.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that people would be buying 9 more, wouldn't they, if it
Yeah,
came
exactly.
out? How could they innovate from 8 though? I think they've put us in the corner. Really, what can they do?
It's like what we were talking about last week with Legend of Zelda. It's like, where do they go from Tears of the
What
Kingdom?
can you fucking do? What can 9 do that 8 hasn't done?
I've got ideas.
Every fuck. Oh, come on, quickly.
Oh,
What's your
just go
ideas?
listen to Punk's episode I did on it. It's all on there. Can't be asked to talk
Okay.
about it now.
We will. We'll do us research and we'll listen to that episode. I'm sure it's a solid indictment of what they need to do. I'm
It
sure
is.
Nintendo will listen.
Come to me. I can sell you the best Mario Kart game ever.
Okay, I'm
Basically-
actually going to go listen to it.
It's basically going to be Mario Kart / Mario Maker.
Oh, that's a
Now
good idea.
that is a good idea. Okay, yes. All right. Colour me intrigued. I'm up for that. Like that one that they did in the house, but without the house shit. where you can make your own tracks. Remember that one? Mario Kart camera or whatever it was
Oh,
called.
yeah, if you live in a fucking mansion.
You do. You do live in a mansion. You've got wings.
You got a butler.
Yeah,
He's dead.
exactly. He died in the fridge. Anything else on that Nintendo Direct before we swiftly... I do still think Mario Wonder looks fun.
Oh, yeah, Mario Wonder looks great, but it's about time they give us something AAA or new hardware, please.
Were you actually expecting that? Was anyone expecting that in this?
Yeah,
I
because
weren't.
there's been talk about it. When
It's Nintendo. They will announce it when they are ready.
Just drop it on
And
Twitter.
it will be £500.
I have just seen one bit of news to add to the gaming bit before we move on. Just quickly, this is very specifically aimed at Oodles.
Oh, don't aim things at me.
Kotobukiya is developing Armored Core 6 model kits.
Oh, shut up. No. We're already looking on fucking Tokyo Dispatch's thing where you can get them imported without having to pay income tax, whatever it's called. Border tax. Import tax.
Yeah.
I was looking at that today. I keep eyeing that Metal Gear Rex. £200.
Also, Bandai Spirits has just announced their plans to reveal toys from Armored Core 6 later this year.
I can't be dealing with this. I can't. I will never financially recover from this.
Yeah, I just thought you'd like that.
More robots in my house. I've been told as well I'm not allowed to buy more robots. Not my robots.
Do you do like a
Don't do
one in,
anything.
one out?
No, I just do it when she's away. you don't know. It's only this big.
Fair enough.
You don't know. It's my shelf of robots
cocked.
is getting quite... It's got a dip in the middle of it now, my robot shelf. Because I put it up with some glue, didn't I?
You did,
no
yeah.
more nails.
Yes, you did.
Stick space. Oh, yeah, I built a bed today, if that makes you feel better, mate. Not like a carpenter. I just put a bed together.
It's flat pack. It's piss easy.
Like a carpenter.
Just knocked him.
I went sanding it down.
Got his chisel set out. Finally, I can put these to good use.
This tree I've had in the back garden for ages.
Been wondering why his missus bought him a chisel set at Christmas.
No, I did a bed, and I'm proud of myself.
Well done.
Because I didn't scream once. I usually scream. I hate Allen keys. Fucking hate Allen keys.
Specifically
hold
Allen
them?
keys.
How do you
Don't
hold
know.
them? Like,
Whichever
hate it.
direction that you need to do.
No, do you hold it the long ways? Or it's just annoying.
But
They're annoying.
Two different directions. You have the short end up to spin it around
Here,
quickly,
look.
and then you use the long end round to tighten it up.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, relax. Remember Andy from Changing Rooms? It's a reference that some
He's
people
having an
will get.
ADHD day today, isn't he?
No,
His brain's all over the place. Next.
no. Next.
There's not a lot to do with film and TV due to the obvious strikes, but as they continue, there have been several fund drives set up by organisations offering to support out-of-work crew. It's already been included actors and writers, and now the latest venture involves an auction featuring all manner of interesting opportunities to hang with or bid on memorabilia from the likes of Better Call Saul's Bob Odenkirk, Adam Scott, and the cast of The Bear. The Union Solidarity Coalition has a variety of lots of bidding. You could win dinner with Odenkirk and his old Mr. Show co-star David Cross, creative consultations with the likes of Maggie Gyllenhaal and Spike Jonze, or even if you're based in LA, have Scott walk your dog. Met proceeds go to the Crew Healthcare Fund.
What about
Great.
the Mads Mikkelsen stumping out cigarettes on your body?
I don't
Is
think
that
that's
a real
actually a real thing. I think that was a piss
Yeah,
take.
there
one?
was-
I wish it was real because I've already put bid in and I don't know who I've bidded to.
There were some proper funny ones out there, of like getting a celebrity to like shout at you, like one of the actors to shout at you. I think it was Toni Collette to shout at you over the table at dinner.
Yeah.
There was Lady Gaga putting face paint on you for her grand. Do you know what I mean? Just face painting. Cheers, Lady Gaga. Bye.
Brian Cox is missing a trick by he should just bid to auction off him telling someone to fuck off.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, imagine. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm full support to him. I mean, bid, pay these people. It's been too long now. This is ridiculous.
There was a bit of news earlier in the week where it said that Warner Brothers are projected to lose like 500 million this year.
Good.
And someone pointed out that the cost of what the writers and actors are asking would have only cost them 45 million.
The fuck?
There's just no logic there, is there?
No.
And I bet the board
Full on
sat there
cut
in the
your
board
nose
meeting
off,
gone,
innit?
we do not negotiate with terrorists. They're not terrorists, they're our staff.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Pay them. Fuck's sake. Stupid. Unionise,
Well-
baby. Go for it.
Something that is in the works is a film adaptation of Murder, She Wrote. Power producer Amy Pascal and Lauren Schuker Bloom and Rebecca Angelo, who wrote up-and-coming GameStop share a fair comedy drama Dumb Money, attached to craft the script, although any forward movement on it will have to wait until the strike is over. Murder, She Wrote ran on TV between 1984 and 96, and unfortunately a cameo from the wonderful and Angela Lansbury isn't going to happen because unfortunately she died last year.
She retired, didn't she? Yeah.
Nah, they'll
I love
they'll
Murder,
scan
She
her
Wrote.
face and they'll just put her in CGI.
Yeah, she'll be AI. Yeah. AI
It was
Lansbury.
a great show. I loved it when I was younger.
Is it JB Fletcher? I might have the name in it.
No, Miss Marple.
No, Miss Mapp.
It's no Morse.
I'm surprised she wasn't a suspect considering there was a
Frost.
death everywhere she was.
Well, it's like Midsummer Murders, isn't it? Like, why would you live in Midsummer?
You never see? Did you ever watch Midsummer Murders? Is such a weird show. There was that really like meta episode where they were talking about house prices going down because everyone's getting killed. I thought that's fucking genius. That because yeah, absolutely.
Hoodles is looking at his street now.
I could bring rent down tenfold in this street if I go around with my knife. Next,
After you pull it out with the bodybuilder.
yeah.
With your chisel set.
Something that will cheer Stiggy up is Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3, part 2, it says here, is set to release on November the 4th.
No, you're right.
Yep.
You're right. It's
That's
part
what it's called.
Part 3. It's part 2 of part 3 of the final series. It was split. The final series.
God
was
bless
split.
Japan.
Oh yeah, the final series was split into 2 parts and then 2 specials.
Itadakimasu.
And then 2 specials. So technically, it's like the 4th part of the final series. But
I
I've not
get
even
what they're
watched-
saying because it's the third saga and it's the third. Yeah, I get it.
It's the 3rd
But
part.
it's weird when you say it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had part 1, which was like 10
Yeah.
episodes. Part 2 was like 10 episodes, and then you had part 3, which is 2 kind of feature length episodes. But it's the second part of that part.
Stop.
Just watch it all, guys, because it's all incredible.
The problem
All incredible
is,
stuff.
the problem is, I haven't watched part 1 of part 3 yet because I didn't
Oh,
even
dear.
realize it was out. And I went to go watch it the other day, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's happened. I can't remember. So I have to go back and watch part 2.
All of yeah.
I kind of know
I've
up to
done
a
that
point.
with anime.
I know up to the point. It's these last few episodes. I cannot remember where it ended, and I know after the attack of a city and everything. I know that point. And then,
Yeah.
and then afterwards, I just cannot remember what happened. So I'm going to go back and watch those like last 6 episodes.
I've done that with
and then
anime
watch
loads
these
of
2.
times. For some reason, some animes, because you watch them so much and in such quick succession, you just forget.
I think the problem I had with Attack on Titan was I literally binge watched it all at the same
Yeah, that's what I
time.
mean.
And because it's taken so long for this last few bits to come out, it's been like a
Yeah.
year and a half.
If I wanted to watch new One Punch Man, I'd have to watch the whole thing again because it's been like 4 years.
But they
Since I
don't,
watched it.
they don't really have any narrative behind them, do they?
I know they don't, but you know what I'm saying. It's one of those things. I couldn't imagine like missing out of One Piece for a year. You know what I mean? These massive ones. You'd be fucked, wouldn't you? You'd be absolutely fucked.
Especially if they worked out how to block. One Piece live action that you reviewed last week has been renewed for a 2nd season.
Yes, it was so good. It was so good, and everyone in it's beautiful. Really good. Next, no
And
one else has got
finally,
anything to add. So next,
Not watched it yet.
finally, Lando, starring Donald Glover, is being changed from a TV series now into a movie.
I didn't know what you were coming out. Lando, the guy
Yeah.
from Rogue One. It's
No.
Childish Gambino, isn't it?
From
From
is.
Solo.
Yeah, Solo. It's Childish Gambino, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is,
Donald
yeah.
Glover, yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
He was good. I think it was good. He
Oh,
was,
it was
good
great.
as Lando
Yeah,
Calrissian.
that's better because there's too much TV, and even Disney have said, Bob Iger said he's starting to cut back on the Star Wars and Disney TV because there's too much. So 90 minutes,
If I
2
recall,
2 hour
he
film,
was the best
fine.
thing in Solo. It's the only thing I can remember.
Solo was a deeply average film.
I enjoyed it. For like I know
I
he's no
dislike
it.
Harrison Ford, but They had this little sting at the end that got me a little bit excited, and then they've just sacked it off.
Because it didn't do as well as Rogue One.
What was the sting? I've seen the film. I can't remember.
It revealed Darth Maul was still alive. So if you've not watched the Clone Wars, but if you've not watched
been
the
alive
Clone
in
Wars,
that anyway, yeah.
if you've not watched the Clone Wars, that's kind of a big reveal. If you're only watching the films.
Spoiler alert, guys! He's got robot legs.
Yeah, it was fine. I just.
I liked him as Lando anyway, and I like Lando as a character. You can't trust him.
I don't like things being set up and then not getting a payoff. Pisses me off.
Totally.
Like Lost.
No, not that. Like, that just had an ending that everyone guessed from season 1. I mean, just like doing these post-credit stings and just not having a payoff. Like the whole Black Adam Superman thing. Like, what was the point if you're not going to pay it off? It's just shit.
Yeah.
Just make your film and then deal
I never
with...
usually see these stings because I've run out of cinema long before the turn up.
But just make... Do you really think I went to the cinema to see that? Fucking hell.
Let's see Solo, yeah? I remember going to cinema to see that.
Not that. Black Adam.
Oh, no, did I, Egg?
Make your film. This is your film. And then the next film, you can just follow on. I think MCU is slightly different because that's a machine that just never stop. They've already proven they can just do that. But because they've done that, everyone's always like, oh, we've got to have a sting too. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't. I don't like them.
Make your film and then do your sequel and then just... But write it better than somehow Palpatine returned.
But he did, somehow.
Finally, to the weird world web. Are you ready for this, Oodles? Man played dead after cows trampled him on Carmarthenshire coastal path. A man says he had to Oh, there you go. I don't know these places. A man says he's had to play dead in order to survive being trampled by cows as he walked along a coastal footpath. Retired clergyman Glyn Austin was walking along the Wales coast path on Friday the 1st September when he says a herd of cows charged at him. The 71-year-old was walking to his father-in-law's house with his dogs, both of which were on leads. That's a weird thing to say. When he noticed the cows blocking a section of the path known locally. I had 2 dogs with me, so I didn't want to go near the cattle, so I went round the edge, he said. I thought it was far enough away. My dogs weren't barking and were both on a lead as they came towards me and charged me. Maybe 15 of them. Each time I tried to get up, they knocked me over again and trampled me. I then pretended I was dead. Mr. Austin described the experience as a blur, recording how fast were they going? Recording how he could hear the cows as they moved around him and how he did not want to open his eyes in case they attacked again. I thought they were going to stop as they got nearer, but they just didn't.
What?
As if it happened in slow motion. They're not a blur.
So it's a blur and it's slow motion.
Right. Okay. Why does he think that playing dead means the cows won't attack him? They're not bears.
They're not far off.
They wouldn't. Yeah, but I know they're heavy and big, but they wouldn't. They just trample you if you're alive or dead. They're not going to look at him and go, oh, "He's dead. We'll just move away." Then they'll just carry on walking around.
Did you say he was a man of the cloth as well?
A retired man of the cloth.
See, even God can't protect you from cows.
No. He sustained 6 broken ribs, including one which was broken in 2 places and bruised into other parts of his body. His body? His body.
His body! Let's go! On Escapism after dark.
He is a man of the cloth.
He is a man of the cloth.
Right
Touching
in
it
the
indeed. Oh, that
Body.
priest's body was laid bare for the bovines.
It was utterly incredible.
Body.
Twas a rump roast.
Oh, he enjoyed that burger. I bet that's what his first meal were after hospital. McDonald's now. Revenge will be swift.
Just went to the fence and looked at them.
And then got milk with a moustache.
Your father. Yeah, fuck cows, man. They're horrendous creatures. They shouldn't been domesticated in the first place. We were playing God, and the fighting back. The cows want it back.
Can be quite.
You've seen that Cravendale advert.
Yeah, it can be quite bad though. Like someone around here got killed by them in a field, got trampled
This
by
is what I'm
them.
saying.
Yeah.
There's more attacks every year. They're rebelling. They're communicating with each other. They're sending messages to each other. it's happening.
Like sheep.
And
Sheep are
unless you're ready.
Sheep are shifty as fuck. Have you ever walked through
Sheep, yeah.
If you ever walk through a public field with sheep in it, they just stop.
They
and
whisper to
stare
each
at you.
other.
They start coming at you. I used to live in a village where there was a cut through to get from one side of the footpath to the other. You had to go through this field with sheep in. Every time they just come at me. Like, sometimes some of them would run at you, and you'd be like, "Fuck, get out of here quickly!"
If you could speak sheep instead of going bah, they're saying fresh meat.
Mm.
That's what they're saying.
You.
Chase. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, all these beasts of burden, they're coming to get you all. And
They've probably got ideas
I'm
after
ready for
watching
'em.
streaming service Mubu.
Mubu. What's that?
Shit joke.
Sorry.
All right. Excellent.
Fucking
Thank you,
hell,
Biggie.
baby.
Welcome back. You destroyed every bit of reputation that you had with that last joke.
Thank you.
Let's carry on with this review month. And let's see what we've all been up to this week. Gadget.
So mine's going to be short because I'm re-reviewing things that have already been done because most of my week has been Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield. I'm fairly sure if we talk about either of those two again, I'm going to get stabbed.
Baldur's Gate 3. I've not heard of this.
So first thing I'm doing that I think everyone on here has actually reviewed so far. I finally got around to watching the Super Mario movie.
Oh, what-oo.
And
Yeah, did you like it?
it's fine. I didn't.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
it's good.
I didn't love it as much as other people. I didn't hate it as much as some people. I weirdly enough, I thought it was maybe slightly too short. Like the action scenes in it are great, but
I think
because
it was perfect length.
but because it's 90 minutes, just the kind of the plot is let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Like there's no dialogue.
when I went to see it, I had a 6-year-old with me at the time. She's now 7.
Oh no, I know it's perfect for kids.
And just as she was just about getting bored when a 6-year-old gets bored at cinema, it's over. I'm like, yes. I was like,
Same.
perfect timing. My son, he sits and watches 3-hour films, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He watches anime for fucking hours. But she was just at that moment where she's looking at me like, and I knew it was coming, Daddy, I need toilet, or Daddy, I want to go. Just as that happened, film ended. And I was like, thank you. Good night.
I will say I love the animation. I love the. It's one thing Illumination are really good at doing. It's like the technology. Like I noticed it especially with like the clothing. Like Peach's dress
Fabric.
looked like it was made of silk and like individual strands of hair and shit like that. I really liked. I thought that film needed a lot more Luigi. Didn't have enough Luigi for me.
true.
Like Charlie Day
No, it
clearly
didn't, did
just
it?
turned up and just did an afternoon's worth of work.
Got paid.
Yeah.
I love the
a
Easter eggs.
century's
There's
worth of
plenty.
money.
I watched it again
Oh
recently.
yeah,
and,
yeah. So
there's
many
plenty of
references
Easter
which
eggs in it.
which I really enjoyed. Even just like all the little stings are related to whatever, like stings in the music are all related to whatever level that they might be in.
It's just like little things like Luigi's ringtone is the GameCube.
Yeah, I like
intro.
that. Yeah. Or like,
Charles Martinet's last performance as well.
yep. Or the rap in their little advert it's the same beat as the Super Mario Super Show.
Oh, I love that show. I've got that on DVD.
So yeah,
good.
For me, it's like a 7 out of 10 film. It's fine.
Yeah, but the original Super Mario movie was a 2 out of 10 film.
Well,
so it's
yeah, that was
a lot
atrocious.
better.
I'm sorry, but the people who tried to come out and say, "Oh, retrospectively, that original Mario is so much better because we're trying to
No,
do
it's
something
not.
interesting new." Nah, fuck
No, it's
you.
not.
It is not a good film.
It was always
It's
bad.
not a
not.
good film.
I watched the old Super Mario Brothers movie the week I watched the new one. No, it's not.
It's
horrendous.
always been a
It's
bad
horrendous.
Even
There's
if you don't take
nothing-
it as a Mario
it's-
film,
it
it's
is a
fucking
mushroom
shite.
trip. It's just Bob Hoskins. Everyone's like Bob Hoskins. He holds it up. Even he's not even there all the time. He's just
He didn't
he's
even
just
know what a
getting
Super Mario
paycheck.
was.
Yeah, he's getting a pay. Not like when he were Eddie Valiant in Roger Rabbit, where you could see he loved doing that performance.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it because he respected all the old classic cartoons and stuff. Again, he did not know what Super Mario was.
And it's
He probably did it because his kids were like, "Go on, Dad, love a bit of Super Mario."
And Dennis Hopper only did it for the drug money.
Of course, he did. Cocaine's very expensive.
He wanted those
Very
mushrooms.
expensive.
So,
Yeah,
what did
Exactly.
you
It's terrible.
make of Chris Pratt then? Not as bad as everyone.
No,
Just worried about, was he?
It made sense for a character with
It's
dialogue.
fine.
That it was like Chris Pratt doing a Brooklyn accent. Fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was such a nothing. It wasn't. I didn't
Yeah.
even. I forgot it was Chris Pratt, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, anyone
in a
could
way,
have
isn't it?
played that, to be fair.
If you forget that's him, like as soon as Luigi's talking, I'm like, fucking hell, here he is.
But
The
yeah,
chaos
Yeah,
is
just
here.
Charlie Day.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Day is from New York. He sounds like he's from New
Yeah,
York.
you don't have to put an accent on, does it?
Jack Black obviously steals the film, like, but
Absolutely.
Anya
Yeah.
Taylor-Joy's really good.
Mm.
She suited Peach. Jack
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
were born to be Bowser.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he
he's
runs
the
away.
most successful thing from that film. That fucking song went to #1.
Yeah, he absolutely runs away with that film. He's so good in it.
It's his film. It's a good film. I think
But,
I think a 7
course,
is
Of course,
perfect.
the best character in it is that fucking nihilistic Lumos.
yeah.
yeah.
Sweet release of death.
Yeah, I like the nihilist Lumos.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
That came out of the left field. That was so fucking funny. But yeah, it's
I
fine.
haven't watched it again. I might watch it again because I know it's out now, isn't it?
It's actually one of the few roles I like Seth Rogen in as well. I'm fairly sure he only got hired for Donkey
Yeah.
Kong for his laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't really. I weren't thinking it was Seth Rogen. I knew it was. Or whatever he does, that fucking laugh he does. I knew it was him, but I wasn't distracted that it was him. And I think that's when you get it right. When you're not thinking it's the voice actor. Like it was
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key, wasn't it, that did Toad?
Yeah.
And I weren't thinking it were him.
No.
Didn't
So I think
realise it was him, and I've forgotten that he was Toad until I saw it in the credits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a success
Yeah.
on Illumination's part for
Yeah.
the casting.
Like I say, it's a 7 out of 10 film. The animation is absolutely the best thing in it, as is Jack Black.
Yep.
It's fine. It got a few. If you take the Mark Kermode test, it got 6 laughs out of me, so it's a successful comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
I just
The
remember
other-
the opening, which is really good though, with the penguins. He's like, "That is just
Yeah.
a taste of our power."
Will you yield? No, I will not.
like
The
the
fucking
penguin
penguins. The other thing I want to talk about, and this is the proper re-review. So I was really pissed off with the fact that I didn't like Armored Core 6, and it's been really weighing on my mind for a few weeks now. So I saw a cheap code for it on CD keys. I rebought it on Steam. And I thought, I'm going to give it another try because I've got all the From Software games multiple times anyway. So let's give it a go. So I played it this afternoon. You know, Oodles.
Clicked.
Fucking love it. It's so good on PC.
Told you, mate. I fucking told you.
So
Are you playing with your keyboard and mouse?
no, I'm playing with a pad. I did try.
Apparently, it's ridiculous.
I did try
keyboard and mouse.
I did try it with keyboard and mouse, and I couldn't get my head around it. Like the key binds.
It does, the turning, the key binding, the turning circle's not quick enough and stuff.
But okay, so
How far did you get?
literally smashed through the entire first chapter.
It's not long, is it? That bit. If you
It
when you
did.
know what you're doing.
It took me 4 hours. I still had trouble with the boss at the end of the chapter. What's it? Him with all the rockets.
Yeah.
Belias, something, whatever he's called.
Belias.
Yeah. Oh, he's still trouble.
Yeah. He's not easy regardless. Even
No.
New Game Plus 3.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go and like re-review it as a game because I've talked about it a lot, and obviously Oodles gave the proper review. But I'm going to say why I like
10
it.
out of 10.
Well, I'm going to say why it's clicked for me this on PC as opposed to PlayStation.
Because you got to chapter 2.
No, I got to chapter 2 on PlayStation.
Oh, did you? All
Yeah.
right, because that's when it really gets going.
Yeah. 60 frames a second.
Yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
buttery smooth on PC, but also it has ultra wide support. And what I found,
Oh, I bet that suits it, doesn't it?
well, it does because all your UI is still in like your 60 by 9 1080p, but then you've got the extra peripheral vision to see missiles coming in at you.
Like you had, like if you were in the cab of the
Yeah.
mech, you'd have windows to your side, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Whereas on the when you're playing it on a telly via the PlayStation, you can't change
Square, innit?
you can't change the FOV, so you can't change
No, you
like
can't.
the angle of your view. But having it on ultra wide,
Ah.
I'm finding it much more comfortable to play. I still hated that mission with the fucking invisible lads. That was terrible. Still,
There's only the one.
I know, but it was terrible. But no, it's absolutely clicked, and I think the smoother performance, like the graphics aren't any better than it is on the PlayStation, but it's the performance. It feels so much more comfortable playing it at 60 frames a second as opposed to 30. So yeah, it just I think it's the same thing. Like I struggled with Sekiro until I played it at 60 frames a second, and then it
I
clicked
think
for me.
especially with Armored Core, because it's such a bullet hell, those extra frames do make it
It does help because
must make it more maneuverable and more like you've got more time to react. You've got,
yeah, because I was thinking about like with the Souls games or with Elden Ring, there's a lot happening on screen, but you don't need 60 frames a second for it.
It's not bullet alley, is it?
No, you can avoid the attacks. It's all proper planning and placement. Whereas with Sekiro and with Armored Core, it's about instant reactions as soon as you hear a cue or see a move. And having 60 frames a second just makes it so much more comfortable. So yeah, so I'm playing it on PC. I'm really enjoying it. It took me 6 hours to get through the first chapter on the PlayStation, and I've smashed through it in 4 hours on the PC. So yeah, I'm all in for it. So I'm going to try and see the game through.
What kind of mech are you maining? Are you maining legs, bipedal, or your tank? What are you doing?
Bipedal with kinetic weapons.
Ooh, so you're a mage, are you?
I tell you what, I very much enjoy dual shotguns. It's overpowered as fuck. Was that?
I bet you do.
Was it the one with the boss when you climb the wall? Is it the Juggernaut or something like that? No, that's a different boss. Yeah. Fighting him with 2 shotguns and upward firing missiles. That I creamed him in fucking 30 seconds.
That's after the level when you get crowned the wall climber.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really massively much more enjoying it on PC. And I think the last thing as well, I don't know if you probably want to notice this, Oodles, because you sit right in front of your monitor. When I was playing it on the telly, the UI is really hard to read at a distance.
It's tiny.
Whereas when I've got my monitor in front of us, obviously I'm sat 30 inches away. I can read it.
I think it's because its UI is like I've said it before. I'll say it, it's like Ace Combat, where everything's in the center of your panel, and your stamina is in the center.
Yeah, but it's faded white on like grey backgrounds.
Yes.
So when I'm across the room from the telly, I was struggling to read it. I was struggling to read text.
There's no way you can see it. Not with your eyes, anyway.
Well, I've just got new glasses.
Colourblind as fuck, anyway.
Colourblind as fuck. Whereas on a monitor with it, my monitor is HDR, where my telly doesn't have that. Everything looks better. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it on the PC. So
I want to see your mech boy. I want to see what you've designed it like.
I haven't done any design at the minute. I'll take a screenshot next time I go into it.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, that's me.
I couldn't see you as a kinetic guy. I thought you'd be a bit more, I don't know, snipey boy.
I do like some of the long range weapons, but I haven't gotten used to them yet.
Do you know what? I've started going.
Love the sword as well.
Builds. I do expert builds where I have machine guns, and then I'm machine guns on my back, and rather than reloading, I'm just swapping machine guns constantly, and I'm just mincing through everybody.
I've unlocked that ability. I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, I don't use rockets anymore. Rockets are for losers.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah, it's a great game. Excellent. Glad I can put some more robots on the pod art.
Yes.
Stig, what you been doing?
I have watched films this week because no one wants to hear me talking about Baldur's Gate 3 again.
I do.
No.
I haven't heard about Baldur's Gate 3. Do you want to talk about that for a bit?
Is it any good?
Oh, okay, let me get into it. So,
Baldur's Gate is a game by Larian Studios.
No, I've watched a couple of films. I'll talk about them. The first one is Past Lives. It's directed by Celine Song. It's about Nora and Hoi Sung, 2 deeply connected childhood friends. They're kind of pulled apart when they're younger, when Nora has family emigrates from South Korea. And then 20 years later, they reunite and kind of come together. So they find each other over the internet, and then they have this like relationship over the internet, and then they then reunite again, like further down the line. But at this point, she's now married. And it's just, I don't know, it's just really good. It's kind of dripping in melancholy. And if you've kind of got childhood sweethearts, it might leave you kind of aching for one of them.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't. But I'm saying if you watch this and you've got some childhood sweethearts that maybe every now and again you think about, it might leave you leaving a bit longing for them. But at the cinema,
you married my cousin.
The cinematography is brilliant. The dialogue is amazing. It's so natural. Like both the leads, Greta Lee and Teo Yo, like you can see the connection. There is a connection there between them. It's really, really good. And it's just this really kind of it's kind of odd because the husband, there is no real romantic kind of thing there between them. They were never really together. There's just this kind of connection from childhood. and it's all.
I get it.
And they kind of talk about the past lives, and it's all about, in another life, this could have been us, this could have been that, etc. And like even the husband makes a joke in there about being, if this was like a Hollywood film, I'd be the evil white husband who kept the two love interests apart. So it's very self-knowing, but yeah, it's really, really good, like really great performances, and I
like sound of it.
Yeah, it's half kind of Korean, half English, so you will have to watch with if you don't like watching films with subtitles, then you're kind of out.
And you're a moron.
Yeah, but yeah, that's I really recommend watching it. I think it's like an hour, 106 minutes long.
I think I've seen trailer to it.
Yeah,
I think I've seen someone on TikTok say, "You've got to watch this film."
Yeah,
So it's not AI voices.
It's not a long film. It's kind of split into your 3 sections, like them as children, then like several years later, and then another several years later down the line.
I'm up for it.
Very good film. Really, really enjoyed that. And then the other film that I watched this week, completely opposite scale of that, is The Blackening.
Okay.
Blackening.
The Blackening. The Blackening is
Is that Metallica's new album?
It's
one of Machine Head's albums.
That's Machine Head, yeah. That's it.
It's about a group of black friends who reunite for Juneteenth weekend getaway, only to find themselves trapped in a remote cabin with a twisted killer.
I have seen the trailer to this.
Yeah. So basically they go to...
It's a tongue-in-cheek one, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. They go to this cabin, they go into this room that's called the games room, and in there's this kind of Jumanji-style board game where the centerpiece is a minstrel face.
Okay. And blackface.
Yeah. So it's that, and
I could see your brain going, how does it say this?
No, I was trying to think of like if you say the correct politically correct term, but yeah,
you nailed it, mate.
And it starts to ask them questions. If you get these questions wrong, then you will die, etc. Blah blah blah. And it starts to give them like a quiz on Black history and stuff like that.
So they know the culture and stuff.
Yeah, and like one of the questions is like name. I think it's like 7 characters from Friends, 7 actors from Friends that were black.
Is there any in?
Yeah, there is, but it's really fucking difficult to remember. There's like one actress who was like the main center. She was in there for a while. What's her name? She plays Charlie.
Alice's girlfriend, wasn't it?
Aisha Dixon.
That's not Dixon. It's
Aisha Tyler. Sorry,
Tyler. That's it. Yeah. So she was in it for a series as Ross and Joey's kind of love interest. But there are other ones in there, but they're all kind of, it's that tongue in cheek. It's like, it's a very white show, a very white show. And like they all kind of look to the girl who's got a white dad. That kind of, like she's got a black woman and a white dad, and they kind of look to her for the answer. So it's all very like silly and fun like that. And it just kind of does a lot of subverting expectations with horror films, and the old joke about if you're the black person in a horror film, you're the first to die.
You're gonna die first.
Yeah, and there's a gay black guy in there, so he's obviously like cracking those kind of jokes, and but it plays on on all that, and I just found it really funny. I laughed a lot.
Awesome. I liked the trailer, so now you've seen it and said it's good. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah,
of course, it's got Diedrich Bader in it.
Of course, it has.
As Ranger White.
A great Batman. Yeah. A great Batman.
I was looking at the director, Tim Story, on what he's done, and I'm surprised that he's managed to make such a fun film, because the only film out of his that I think is good was Barbershop, which also has that very kind of like black humor. The rest of his output is Ride Along, Shaft, Taxi with Queen Latifah.
You mean Shaft, the Samuel L. Jackson version?
Yeah. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of Silver Surfer. Yeah.
Oh god, he did Tom and Jerry.
The new Tom and Jerry. So yeah.
So he was the person involved with the Galactus cloud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is really good, and I really, really enjoy black comedies, like with black humor and that.
I do. Yeah.
I think there's just
I do.
Obviously, I have no cultural reference. I just find them hilarious. Like when they're done really
there's a
well.
savageness to it in a great way. Like,
Yeah.
because there's, and this is going to sound white man explaining black stuff, but because they're allowed to do and say stuff that a white person can't, it's a bit more like, whoo, whoo, whoo. It's really savage with the humour, and I really like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them taking the piss out of each other and who's the blackest and
Yeah,
and who
that's
says
what
the
I'm saying.
N-word the most and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really funny.
I think it's
I really,
great.
really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Cool. I've got one quick one because I can't really review it fully because I only just started. But one of my favourite dramas of the past few years has started again. The Morning Show is back.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
I love the Morning Show. So for those that don't know, it's an Apple TV Plus newsroom drama set in the real world, focusing on real world events such as #MeToo movement, season 2 global pandemic. So a quick overview. The show stars Reese Witherspoon as Bradley Jackson, Jennifer Aniston as Alex Levy, and the show is about 2 female news anchors for it's like a This Morning style American chat show. I don't know what they call it in America, the real one, but we've got like This Morning and Good Morning Britain and stuff like this.
Good Morning America, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. And it's ruled by a Rupert Murdoch type, played by Billy Crudup. And again, Billy Crudup can do no wrong in my eyes. Everything he touches turns to golden. I think he's
really
amazing at playing someone that's coked up out of his head all the time, and just he's got this air about him. But anyway, it's for a megacorp in New York. It's Rupert Murdoch, basically. The parallels are unreal. But it's also co-starring Steve Carell, John Hamm, Mark Duplass, Janina Gavankar, Mindy Kaling, and Stephen Fry, of all other people.
Steve Carell's fantastic in it.
Oh, he's brilliant in it. It's drama, Steve Carell, as well, because this is a drama with some comedy bits in it. It's not a comedy. And it takes its place really seriously. So the first series was all about the #MeToo movement and handling that topic with respect and reverence, and people wanting to come out about the assault that they've been in and stuff like that. And I think you've seen season 1, Biggie.
I've seen 1 and 2, so this is the third
I think
season
I think season 1 really handled it perfectly.
Yeah,
it was really respectful and
definitely.
It were realistic as well, but I won't spoil the outcome of that one. And second series was focused on pandemic and how news and TV channels made more money than they've ever made in the history of the medium during it, and they're losing the soul along the way because of it, the integrity and stuff like that. And fucked up thing about series 3, again based on real life, it seems to be focusing on John Hamm's Elon Musk character. And he's trying to buy the company, and he's also trying to send Jennifer Aniston into space, into one of his cock rockets. And I'm
John
telling
Hamm
you,
is the perfect person to play at this role.
yes, he's the Elon Musk that's trying to sweep in and buy this company so he can, like he did with Twitter /X, have his free speech in a well-established, the actual newsrooms. Independent, they're not politically aligned with any side, and you can see the machinations. It's only 2 episodes out so far. The machinations are great, and I tell you what, Jennifer Aniston is probably one of the best looking humans on planet. She's insane. She's not a young woman, is she anymore?
No, she's in her 50s.
Yeah, but she has done the old Botox though.
I don't care, mate. It's worked. I don't care. She looks fucking incredible. It's like, wow, and she's fantastic. She's probably the lead, isn't she, Biggie? She's probably the main person in it.
She's definitely. She and Reese Witherspoon, are really good at bouncing off each other at the beginning.
It's just, do you know how you guys all really, really, really lapped up Succession and loved it and loved it and loved it? I don't want to be that person that bigs up the Morning Show and you're all like, oh yeah, it's all right. Like I did with Succession. Oh yeah, it's all right. But for me, I think it's the best thing Apple TV have done. I think it's better than Ted Lasso.
It's been on my to-watch list for a while.
Yeah, it's on mine as well.
Yeah.
I've
been praising it for ages. I think it's excellent.
I just love how they play on real-world events. And, when the first series came out, it was the Me Too movement was really. It's always, and now it's all about billionaires trying to buy up smaller things and ruin it, and free speech and cyber attacks, and I don't know. It's just really good. And again, Apple don't give a fuck, do they? They're not. Oh, are they going to piss off? They're one of the biggest companies on the planet, so they're not scared to say shit, are they?
No.
And it's just it's slick. Everyone in it's fantastic. Massive budget, and I don't hear enough people chatting about it because it's stuck on Apple TV Plus. It's not as mainstream as a lot of people think it is. It's not. If this was on Netflix, it'd be the biggest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah,
telling you, it's so fucking good. I want people to watch it.
I'll give it a shot.
It's the only show me and the wife sit down and watch together.
I tell
That's
you
how
what's
compelling it is.
Nice to hear what you said about Jennifer Aniston is, and it happens with a lot of comedy actors. Is they spend years just doing kind of since Friends, she spent years doing like average as fuck comedy, romantic comedies and
She's
comedy films.
Amazing in this,
and like
a fucking Mother's Day film I had to watch for the Patreon show. Jesus fucking Christ!
But now it's like they finally kind of find a different area. It's like they can do dramatic roles and they're really good at it. Like Steve Carell, like is when he goes into a dramatic role, he's fantastic. Even Mr. Sandler's like that, isn't he?
Yeah, Sandler. When Sandler doesn't make a holiday film for himself, it's really, really good. The basketball one he did last year was phenomenal. But yeah, Jennifer Aniston, she is incredible. I can't stress how good she is at this and how she can spin that character around. At first, you don't like her because you're seeing everything through Reese Witherspoon, the new anchor, and then she spins it all around to like, oh, she was right all along. That kind of, and she is the greatest thing in it. To me, it's like it's her Meryl Streep era. She's like that much of empowering when she's on screen. You know, when you see Meryl Streep and you're just like, oh, you can't not watch her. She's that good. She is that good. And why is she not winning loads of awards? It's probably because it's her from Friends. Do you know what I mean? She might be winning awards for this. I don't know, but this show is fucking brilliant.
You know, Reese,
and I think you should all watch it.
Reese Witherspoon played Rachel, Jennifer Aniston's sister in Friends.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. I just it's got the who's who of anybody that's like that. Billy Crudup clearly is Apple TV's new poster boy. He's been in everything they've fucking done, but he's really good in this. He's fantastic. Everyone's great in it, and Stephen Fry's he's only sprinkled in episodes, but when he's in it, it's Stephen fucking Fry, baby.
Jennifer,
great. Everyone's great.
Jennifer Aniston was nominated for an Outstanding Lead Actress Emmy in 2020 for The Morning Show.
She should have won it. I've never seen such a more powerful female presence on a show like this. She is literally like Don Draper in the shit out of this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, character's not the most likable either at first, do you?
Exactly.
Very offish with her.
The only winner of an Emmy The Morning Show has had was Billy Crudup for Outstanding Supporting Actor.
He's brilliant. Rupert Murdoch, basically. He's brilliant. He's fantastic, but on more coke than Murdoch ever could ingest. It's just. I think everyone should at least watch the first episode this week with your partners. You'll just get sucked into it, and you'll be like, God, this is so real, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, this is so fucking real. They just changed the name. Do you know what I mean? They just changed the name of the station. That's it. It's so good. And I have to wait every week for the next episode, but it's so fucking good. That's what I've been doing. Biggie.
Well, for reasons I can't explain, I watched the Final Destination movie series again. And yes, they got progressively worse.
I've never seen them.
For such a cool concept. I like the first one. I thought it was really clever, and there's some great bits in all the movies, but they really fucked around with that series.
There's so much great stuff on telly. You're watching Final Destination movies. There's all these amazing games coming out. You're playing the Divinity Original Sin.
I wanted to watch something more current and interesting, so I did watch a horror film, and it's Talk to Me.
Here we go.
That's the other thing I watched this week.
Talk to me. Terry Tibbs, talk to me.
Which is a 2022 Australian supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, written by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinsman, based on a concept by Daley Pearson. The cast stars, some of these people you may not know, apart from one obvious one, Sophie Wilde, Alexandra Jensen, Joe Bird, Otis Dahani, Miranda Otto, yes, the Aragorn knockback, Zoe Tarakis,
Didn't like it, did he? Didn't like it.
Alosio, Marcus Johnson, and Alexandra Stephenson. And this film follows a group of teenagers who discover they're able to contact spirits using mysterious embalmed hand, only for things to go too far. The film is set in the filmmaker's hometown of Adelaide, South Australia. And the brothers said they're committed to filming or doing at least post-production in Australia for all future projects. So it's nice that they're bigging up their home country. Yep. I really love this. It has themes that cover grief, social media, addiction, and peer pressure. And it basically stars Mia, who's a 17-year-old girl who's still dealing with the suicide of her mum. It's a 2-year anniversary, and she struggles in social events with people from her school and stuff, and like house parties. At events like house parties. And her best friend Jade is doing her best to support her by trying to get her involved. Videos of these so-called seances are going viral, and they question whether these are fake. So they go to parties to see the events for themselves. It's basically clearly an allegory for drug abuse and drug use.
Yeah.
But it does have this great scene where the main characters all take part in this seance, where you have to light this candle. The individual taking part is strapped into a chair. Their arms are free. And then they hold this hand that's put on the table in front of them. And they basically have to say, talk to me. And then a random spirit will appear in front of them. And then apparently no one else can see it. So only you that's holding the hand can see this. And then once you can see this apparition, you then say, I let you in. And then the spirit possesses your body. For reasons that are not explained. The time limit is 90 seconds. And then the hand is then taken away from you. And the candle is then blown out, which breaks this connection. All the kids are basically getting a rush from taking part in this, and they get all possessed by random spirits. There's this really cool scene where you get all these random spirits taking them over and doing really weird stuff. The person that's possessed. Sophie Wilde is outstanding as the main protagonist. She's so good in this. Really portrays the grief that she's going through, the social awkwardness, and then the stuff that comes with the issue about the possession. And then the other guy, Joe Bird, who plays her best friend's younger brother, he's really good in this as well. The visuals and the sound are fantastic. There's gore in places, but it's used sparingly, and I think at the right time. There seems to be like this genuine sense of unease throughout, and it's got its fair shares of jump scares as well. But I just really enjoyed it. I thought it's a play on seances, like the movie that Stiggy was talking about earlier. These are sort of cliches that we've all seen before, but they just do it different. And,
I like it when there's subvert expectations.
Really recommend this. And if you're interested in it, watch the trailer, because that's really cool.
I just can't get into horrors. Is it not more of a psychological, supernatural thing?
Yeah,
I don't really like horrors.
A bit of everything. Yeah, there are times throughout where you're not quite sure what you're watching is real or not. Is that good?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Diggy, what did you think?
Intrigued.
I thought it was all right.
Woo!
Well, there you go. I really enjoyed it.
But I talked about the other two films more. It was my least enjoyable out of the three that I watched this week. But it has some good stuff in it. It's a good visuals and, like Biggie said, some good ideas and what on it. But I don't know. I'm never really taken aback by horrors. Really,
I don't like them. They're crap. New horrors, anyway. Old horrors are better.
If they're done well, they're good.
Stuff.
I thought this was really done well.
But it's not like Tony Collette in Biggie Don't Care.
I don't know what it is. Just like,
yeah, I get it. Go on. You think?
I think that stuff that makes me feel uneasy affects me more than just watching somebody in here's a ghoul with good makeup on.
I think a home invasion film is scarier than a demon coming to get a little girl.
Yeah.
It's way scarier. Way scarier. But yeah, excellent.
Like it's been bigged up and people enjoy it, but it was just, I found it enjoyable, but I wasn't raving about it.
Cool,
it's not the best movie in the world, but yeah, for me, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Not big, it was shit, all right? I say it's shit.
No, mate, you can't say things like that. We talked about this on the pod.
Okay, let's get some feedback before these two start scrapping.
Okay, well, there's some themes on the feedback this week. First up, we're starting with Mike Halstead. I started Baldur's Gate 3, which is so far exceeding all expectations. And in between, we have been watching the Scream films. Having only seen the first one previously, they are so silly, and we are going to get 5 and 6 finished this week.
Don't bother.
Yeah, Stiggy's covered them.
Super Natty Cat has said, this week I decided to watch Hereditary again, just to see if it freaked me out as much as the first time I watched it.
Why are people doing this? Going back to things when there's so much great stuff available.
She says, that film is terrifying in the unconventional way. You could watch it and think it's a psychological horror, but it actually does have a supernatural spin. Follows the story of a grieving mother trying to fumble her way through work and life with a dysfunctional family while struggling with the bereavement. Flash forward to a little girl getting decapitated, demonic possessions, and the freakiest moment in an attic involving some cheese wire, a rotted, gross dead granny, and a floating corpse.
And that's literally the reason I don't like that film.
Yeah. The music is chilling, and Fuck Me Blind, the second watch, was probably worse than the first. Stuff where kids get hurt really hits hard, especially when they show it on screen. Blech.
Yeah, I agree, but I've still not seen that film.
That first half of that film is incredible. It's so tense and unnerving. And as soon as the supernatural element came into it, it just, like, that instantly just lost marks.
Ruins it, doesn't it? Ruins it.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like the fact that it's
terrible.
all linked. The whole story is all linked. And the ending, there's a reason why that happens at the end. It's all linked.
You're not allowed to like it.
There's a reason for it. I just didn't like it. I just thought it ruined kind of everything that came before.
You are entitled to your opinion, sir.
She goes on to say, Stuarticus this week watched Elemental on Disney+.
Good.
He loved this film. The colours were bright and movements were easy to follow. He did also enjoy some apple puree whilst watching, and the stuff tastes banging. 4 out of 5 film, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5 apple paste.
I like apple puree, the baby one, the gritty
one.
I
love his reviews.
I don't know if she's reviewing stuff
good.
vicariously through Stuarticus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Elemental's good.
It's fine. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd get a 3 out of 5, I think.
Mr. Podcast himself, Planty, he's broken down his week for us. So we're just going to go through
Monday.
Monday, he watched The Italian Job. It's still brilliant fun and younger than Biggie. Want to hear more about that?
Our
about the
Mark Wahlberg one.
Now. He's giving a bit of self-promotion for 100 things we learned about films. Tuesday, finally got the internet in at the new house and downloaded Baldur's Gate 3. Spent 2 hours creating my character. Wednesday, Baldur's Gate 3. Thursday, Baldur's Gate 3. Friday, Baldur's Gate 3. Saturday, Baldur's Gate 3 until my wife threatened to divorce me if I played any more. So we watched Talk to Me, an oddly dark Ouija board horror that was just grim enough. 3 out of 5, followed by the new Boogeyman. Boring man, more like.
Yes, shite.
And I assume a gender fluid monster because at no point did I see its dick. Unlike my bard and Baldur's Gate 3, which I've seen tons already.
Yeah.
Sunday, Baldur's Gate 3, painting, walls, not the fucking Hawaiian. And tonight, I'll be forced to daydream about my bard's knob whilst we watch some subpar horror. Now I've just got 4 sleeps until the next Candyland and Biggie News song. Keep up the good work, Uncle Planty.
I love the nice cut penises of my characters on Baldur's Gate. Do you know what though? I've not played it for 2 days, and I can feel it. I can feel that I've not played it for 2 days. I can feel it.
You finished it.
Getting the itch.
I haven't finished it.
No, he started again because he didn't like his decisions.
I saw the credits.
Yeah,
I finished it.
He got the bad ending that you can get.
Remember, you can finish Far Cry in about a minute, can't you? Remember one of the Far Cry games? You can complete that in a minute. Don't mean you finished it.
Yeah.
We then move on to Tig, who said, I watched Alfonso Cuarón's 2006 movie Children of Men.
That's great.
Bleak. Grim but essential in this hellhole we call Britain. Based on P.D. James's novel, I was intrigued to see what it was about, as it's referenced several times in a political book I'm reading, Mark Fisher's Capitalist Realism. I'm also still playing Starfield, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, Children of Men's. It's a tough watch, but fucking hell.
It's a grim film, but it's very good.
It's more realistic now than ever. Fucking hell. I feel like that taking my kids to school.
Right. Oodles, the next one is Xenos, and he's getting nerdy on this one, so strap in.
Is it about something we like or not?
No.
Oh, God.
But in fact, something that you specifically reject its existence of.
It's not Destiny, is it?
Not that this is something I knew I'm playing, but since I'm still mainly in Baldur's Gate at the moment, I thought I'd pass over some Destiny 2 news.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I appreciate that man more than he realises, but fucking hell. Go on.
Well, this is detailed. Things are hilariously broken right now. It's not entirely clear how this has happened, but people discovered this week that there's a bug in the weapon crafting system where, if your latency is high enough, you can shove components from one gun type into another gun type, and it's all gone a bit Borderlands. One of my friends has been running around with an assault rifle that thinks it's a shotgun, but hasn't quite worked out what being a shotgun means, and is instead firing 16 bullets per bullet with no spread at all straight down the middle of the crosshairs. He's also done that with a grenade launcher in case he needs to fire one shot and have an entire room explode. I gather it also works if you try and jam a rocket launcher into a shotgun, but what happens in that case is that all the rockets hit each other and explode, so it's great for killing yourself and anything else within 2 meters, but not much use for anything else. Bungie has a long-standing commitment to not banning players who discover an exploit, on the grounds that it's Bungie's fault for cocking that up, not theirs for finding it. They've got a fix rolling out at about 8 PM this evening, so by the time this gets read out on the recording, it'll probably be over, but it's worth noting that I'm genuinely impressed the game's engine just didn't keel over when presented with guns behaving like this. For all Destiny's flaws, the fact that this works instead of throwing up a bunch of error messages is astonishing. To accompanying that, here's a damage readout for our kill on the final boss of the newest raid. Normally, player damage for a boss tends to be between 3 and 5 million, maybe 6 if you're pushing it. And he's got his match results here, and the guy on the top of his match results has a damage against Crota of 12 million.
Oh.
So, and then he did put an update in after 8 PM.
Finally.
Which was, where is it? Let's get my phone out. Update on the bug in Destiny. It's proven harder to fix than expected because they don't want to break everyone's legitimate weapons and erase the progress they've made on the list on the last few days. So it is in fact still happening. There you go. You had some Destiny news
Just
there.
leave it then. I say, just leave it. Fuck it.
I like the idea. I like the idea of an assault rifle that thinks it's a shotgun.
If it's all I hear about people that play Destiny are in the vicinity of someone that plays Destiny is how bad it is. Stop fucking playing it then.
Did you ever play Destiny 2 when Zer used to give you this weapon? I can't remember the name of it, but he basically fired this like straight laser from the gun. And if you managed to get hold of it, you were totally overpowered in any of the multiplayer stuff. And people complained because if you couldn't get this gun, then you're basically being destroyed.
Because you were time-locked, weren't it?
So Bungie allowed everybody to get hold of this gun. So then everyone was running around with the laser gun. It was just ridiculous.
I remember when Bungie were a developer of
let
Prestige.
Everybody have the problem.
Fucking Destiny 2, man. Just fucking nuke it from orbit, man. God. I feel sorry for people that are so invested in it. That's what they're the victims. Do you know what I'm like? Gamers being victims. These Destiny players are the victims. I'm telling you, it's not fair.
Service games, though, it's a problem because they tweak with it all the time.
Good service games like Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, but
it's flawless in its execution.
Destiny's a good service game.
Always breaks something else. This is the problem.
The shooting in it is fantastic.
So,
do you know that planet you bought, Stig, that disappeared? Did you feel like it were a good game then?
Apart from that.
Apart from that.
Right, okay, last up, because we're killing time here. Best Boy Kurt Lewin has said, short one from me. Started watching The Wire. It seems to be a slow starter, and I've had to put subtitles on, but I'm going to persevere with it, as I hear it takes a while to get going.
There's some accents in that film. That show, sorry.
It's the best. It's the best.
I picked up Pikmin 4 for my handheld fix after abandoning Blasphemous 2. And it also took a while to get his hooks in, so much so I nearly abandoned that. But then yesterday evening finally clicked once I'd figured out some things, and now I'm enjoying it.
I don't get Pikmin. Do you not get it?
No, I don't get it either.
I've never played a Pikmin game. And I had a GameCube. I should have done, shouldn't I?
You should have.
Well, you can play Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 4 on the Switch because they released 2 Pikmin games and not one single Mario Kart game.
Okay. I'd rather not. Oh, you've upset Gadget now. Look, he's run off.
Yeah, because he's upset that they didn't release a Mario Kart game. They just gave us an updated Switch Wii U version.
No.
For more on that, head to what the fuck do we want, Pod?
Oh, Stig has got shares in. It's public thing now, isn't it? Company. Publicly traded company now. So you bought shares in it, 51%. It's actually your company now.
Yeah. He doesn't know yet, but
he doesn't know it. He knows now. But I'm sure that's all the feedback now. Gadget died. But yeah, again, links to all our extracurricular activities are in our show notes and at modernescapism.co.uk. Don't forget, you've had Kenny Potter. We're recording a new Kenny Potter very soon. We're recording a new Patreon episode very soon. We're recording Scorched Sheep very soon, the mid-season special. We're recording so much for patrons to enjoy, love, and not share with anyone else. Because I've heard some of you have been sharing stuff, and if I find out who it is, I'm coming to your house and I'm going to slap you. Telling you. Stig's coming to your house and Stig's going to slap you.
I'm going to take 51% ownership of you.
Yes, absolutely. Stig's going to drive me to your house and I'm going to pray you. Yeah. But yeah, if you are a patron, you get the green room in a second. But again, she's not here. I'm assuming we're going to take a trip down to Candyland.
And now, what's up in Candyland?
Yes, she's actually submitted some this week, probably because we absolutely rinsed her last week when she didn't send anything in. And rightly so.
The toothbrush gate, we like now call it, the incident.
Yeah.
The Colgate.
Colgate.
None of you saw the video that Candy sent us either after that.
No.
That video
wicked woman.
astounded me. I was just about tucking into, when you tuck into bed and you get that malaise where you're like, oh, my eyes are going. And then a video popped up and I saw that and I had nightmares.
Maybe we'll
and if you want to pay us
Patreon.
full whack on Patreon, I will personally send you that video because it's on my phone. It's a bit OnlyFansy, slightly. Slightly.
Only counts. Right. Candyland this week. So she said, today I learned that the inventor of the Pringles can was buried in a Pringles can. Now, firstly,
okay.
that led to a good 10 minutes of wondering how big this Pringles can was in order for him to be buried in it. And also, was it planted vertically or horizontally?
Good fucking question, because that's exactly where my mind were going.
Until I realised it was just his ashes and they were put in a Pringles can. Boo.
Wonder what flavour? It'd have been red original,
Barbecue.
wouldn't it?
Not ready salted. He's not ready anymore.
Barbecue.
Yeah,
Tomato.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Good one.
Hey. Show some respect for Mr. Pringle. Barry Pringle, or whatever his name was.
But also, there's a lesson to be learnt here. If you ever invent anything, make sure it's nothing that's too humiliating to be buried in. I can think of a few things that inventors are going to regret when they kick the bucket. A croc, one of those thirst aid helmets, a Roomba,
Yeah.
a Furby, a shake weight, or a phone that's a lobster that dances and sings when it rings.
Seen them.
And that's Candyland.
Fucking hell, woman.
Right, if you're a patron, meet us in the green room and we're going to talk about what we'd like to be buried in. If you're not a patron, goodbye.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen.
I could also stab a bodybuilder in the neck and he'd still fucking die. Anyway.
Well, there's the Easter egg.
No!